especially considering JStorm and Asta, they're facing off on the main channel right now. So if one of them 2-0s, then they're going to be drawn with TNC. If TNC don't get a game here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one of them is gonna. They might be creeping up a little bit on the points, though. It does seem like we're starting to get a fairly clear picture of what Group A is looking like. Right, we got two teams at 5 points, 2 teams at 3 points, and 2 teams at 1 point apiece.
Yeah, and I don't think there's too much unexpected there. Like, no offense to TNC, but obviously a lot of these big teams weren't trying for the first major, so people always expected Secret to be up top. Alliance was a team that people weren't writing off, but I think a lot of people were expecting Liquid to be the EU team other than Secret to watch. Which, of course, Liquid. I think we maybe have some of them later today. They haven't been looking too impressive. In fact, they've dropped all their games so far.
Yeah,
but we'll get to those in good time.
Yeah, for sure. Liquid have looked a little bit discombobulated, but like you said, we'll talk about them once we get to them. We've got a pretty exciting match in front of us here.
We have. I'm looking forward to seeing what Zai can do with his AA. I thought what they might have tried doing was running the Trine as a core, but it just feels like a really finicky hero. Even when he gets good early gold, it's just kind of what do you do with it right now as a Trine.
Oh, KP saving the day at bottom is going to be able to grab both of these bounties, especially with his boots. Nice first choice when you're playing against the Ursa lane, right? You don't want to... You're not going to trade hits with him. You really just need to be able to get away if you're playing on the off lane. And it does seem like he's going to be left on an island, at least initially. It's been interesting for me over the last couple of days, well, yesterday and today, watching some of these people like Tim's and Moose trying to bring the roamers and bring the Earth Spirit back a little bit more. And I really want to see what Tim's can get up to. Is he trying to snipe couriers?
He is.
Currently?
Is he going to find it, though? It looks like it's going to be a little bit late. He might get it on the return. And I kind of hate this. Like, I'm seeing a lot of supports do this. They wait for the return. But it looks like he's not. He's coming out for the second courier, which is going to be the South.
Radiant's
1 and a 2 tap. And that side's courier gone. They'll hold the other one there with the
hiding and waiting.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't wait, because I feel like I've been seeing a lot of Nature's Prophets, for example, that they see the courier going back and they'll snipe it then. I'm like, great, but you didn't stop him getting his items. So, kind of lost value. March will TP back to the tower. Does have a South will pop it straight away as they are committing to this tri lane for the moment on the side of Secret.
The other thing that this patch has exposed is that so many core players have absolutely awful courier game.
Yes.
They either have just the default courier or they have some like terrible courier that everybody got for free. It's, you know, pro players got to step it up.
We'll see. Let's shame them. Armel's vanilla. I think Armel's the only one for his team with the vanilla courier. The other side. Oh, Nisha, come on. He is actually. He should be able to get away though. He did pick Boulder Smash level 1, so it's a bit frustrating for him. And Puppy will keep up the aggression.
And he got most of his salve there, but it did end up getting cancelled. So that was a lot of time spent just to drag this wave. And Secret, the tri-lane versus tri-lane seems to be going pretty well. And I would say that they've got the better tri-lane actually, especially when you've got AA. Such a good early game hero. He's already got the Bassi picked up.
Oh, but they're going for Trine here. So there's the other piece that's so powerful about their tri-lane. Fade Bolt instantly just negates most of the damage you can throw out. Especially when you consider heroes like Venge who rely on the minus armor with the relatively low base damage.
Yeah, and the other thing is that TNC don't really have a whole lot of, like, they can't harass and kind of chip down very much. Secret's tri-lane, however, has a lot of ways to just throw out little bits of damage here and there, and they're going on Tim's now.
Yep, one more he'll do it, and there's the first blood. Lift back into the grasp as well. Will pummel through March, and he's got no regen left. He could still die, actually, because he needs to hit Puppy, who is in the trees. And there it is. One Punch Man himself. Double kill for Puppy. This is what I was saying. Like, this is a 5, right? It's like, you're getting all this gold. The question is what he wants to do with this game.
You're under tower at mid.
I'm out. Very far won't keep him alive. Nisha outplaying on the mid as well, so 2 lanes going away as Secret. Meanwhile, the bot lane, it starts to reach that point where KP can get punished by Matimba Man. He has got 2 points in the Furious Wipes now, but didn't opt for the Earthshock. Did see some nerfs recently.
It does seem like KP's doing pretty well down here. Just kind of dragging the creep waves around, messing with things. Almost looking at the courier now as well.
Cool.
KP, can he get it?
Oh, that's the boots as well. He'll commit for it. And there it is.
Oh no, Matamba man.
I mean, he spotted it and tried to adjust, but KP was quick off the mark. Boots paying for themselves. I think he started with boots because he expected Trine down here to begin with, by the way. Speaking of which, Trine is under the tower. Yeah. Not voluntarily. At least he was keeping him up for a while, but Kim could be the one who lives. Puppy not so lucky. Gabby just being pummeled into. Pressure's always kept on him to make sure he can't turn around.
His CS is looking pretty bad. Only 10 to his name. There are quite a lot of creeps under the tower here, but he's just under so much pressure from this tri-lane.
Ooh. And now we're just judging his ability to actually CS at all.
In fairness, he was morphed a lot into strength, so his damage is pretty bad, but yeah, he only got like 2 out of those 4 or 5. And they're now very low on regen in this TNC tri-lane. They do have 2 couriers making their way out currently. One thing I'm a little bit surprised. Yeah, the one thing I'm a little bit surprised we haven't seen is, and it may have been changed, I only tested it out at the very start of the patch, but if you share control of your hero, you can carry other people's items on your courier. So you don't have to ferry 2 couriers to bring items to a tri-lane, for example.
I can see that being something that gets more popular as time goes on. Tim sights in time. Have they got the range? Nope. Throws out the cold feet. Gets on the eventual spirit. And Gabby, he needs to be careful now. He's got the stick. But they're going to force it out of them. They're going to force him to start continuing to morph here. He actually might still die. They just hit too hard. Puppy, can he get this? There it is, the grass brew. Gabby has to sidestep it. He has got another adaptive strike. He should turn around to do now, and he will get out. Barely, though.
Fade Bolt 3, 2.
Yep, they got the stick. Oh, Gabby, no. Well, March tried to do something.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They need, so this is looking really bad for TNC, but they do have an Ember Spirit with good farm and good levels, who can potentially come and rotate up here and really mess up the secret tri-lane. So I think they have to be careful about how much longer they stick with this full tri-lane, because you might have a level 7 Ember or level 8 Ember rolling through on your, like, level 2 Tree and level 3 Rubik in a minute or so. So they have to be really careful about how they play this, since they're being super aggressive as well in the top lane.
And that's the thing. March set up wards all around the top lane. That's what he's doing when the Morphling was getting dove and killed. Is he's prepping for that kind of interruption that needs to happen to the lane later on from the Ember. But he's not there just yet. He needs to at least complete phase boots before he makes that rotation. The question is whether Nisha will match him, who does already have his own treads and double bracer. Hasn't put a point in RP just yet, though.
Yeah, look, Nisha's build is just, I'm here to hit creeps. That's my job. Might even
I'm
go
the carry. You guys do some stuff on the out lanes.
Quick little stack, maybe? Okay, no, he doesn't want to miss any of the CS into the tower. I think it might still have been worth it to, like, get the shockwave stack on the big camp and then maybe miss 1 CS for it. Anyway.
Okay, he missed 1 under the tower anyway. Probably should have done it. Alright, but Timberman, yeah, he's got the phase boost now. So this might be where they switch it up, come bot and try and get a kill on KP. He's holding a point, by the way, so he could always get Guardian Angel if he wants to.
I really want to see Armel gank this top lane. Feels like it should be pretty straightforward for him. Okay, he's got the invis as well. It's probably on its way now.
Timberman force use the enrage and run back in the meantime. So nothing will be happening bot. However, top Armel with that invis room. Puppy is TPing down the bot. Gets out, and that means Zai's left behind. They spot that and let him leave. They'd rather have an easy kill than no kill at all. And they will find him. It'd take 4 heroes for just the 1, though. They didn't find mid 1 as he retreated quick enough.
Yeah, I think they probably had a sense that some kind of gank was coming, and only losing 1 for that rotation from the Ember is way better than it could have been. Secret really realizing what the next player is going to be.
Here we go.
KP?
Yep, this is what they're waiting for, because you have all this protection from the Heavenly Grace that does nothing for you. You can at least TP away. Had to use the Guardian Angel, but this is what I was expecting, because obviously Trine, one of the better counters to Omni Knight, because you've got that status resistance that gives you nothing against all the slows.
That's true. Yeah, it's really not very helpful. I will say that I was a bit wrong. I really thought that this bottom lane was going to go better for the Ursa, but it kind of turns out in the 1v1, and especially with the boot start on KP, that he can actually do pretty well. It was very difficult for Matumba Man to actually stay on top of him and build up the Fury Swipe stacks.
Yeah, and he didn't start with an Orb of Venom, so he kind of knew that he was going to be in that situation. Whereas KP, like, the boots made sense to start with because, okay, I'm expecting 2 heroes down here that can slow me and kill
Cold
me.
feet, stunned up, dead.
And meanwhile, Poppy was trying to snipe the core of Armel, almost got it. So they're definitely making TNC look elsewhere on the map. And all the while, Nisha, almost 100 CS now before the 10-minute mark.
Oh, and you get the brooch as well. Very
Perfect.
nice. Yeah, what do we have?
Extra
So we have
movement speed until you get your Ags to skewer between camp.
So we got Poor Man's Shield on both teams and a brooch on Secret.
Armel going for a kill in the mid one here. We'll lift him back, but another remnant in should be enough to get the kill. And he's going to continue here. Meanwhile, Earthspirit does go down in the mid against Nisha. And that was the RP commit.
Got RP'd.
Worth it to open up the tower though. The damage he's putting out already. 180 damage on this Magnus. You can't leave him alone in the lane.
Just kick him away from the tower.
He's like, please, just leave this alone, okay? We need this objective.
Yeah, it hurts so much to lose this tier 1 like this. Oh, man, Tim.
It hurts to lose your life. You need to back away straight away and accept this is falling.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There you go.
Dire's middle
At the
tower
10-minute mark,
is
tier 1 tower in the mid secured. Outpost of peace in the meantime. And now a fight going on top. Zai just forced an Armel away. The cold feet won't proc. He's trying to drag him back. But oh no. Oh, but Timber Man. He lost the core here again. KP sniped it again. That was the Blade of Alacrity as well. He's going for the defusal on Ursa.
Like I said, Secret, they gotta take the fight to TNC early. If this goes late, I really favor TNC's draft. Even if like the Earth Spirit might fall off a little bit and he's not having the most amazing game, I do just think that their lineup is a little bit better. Just because I'm still bearish on Magnus as in his ability to like scale late game. It feels like he has this huge power spike when you kind of get your Ags +1 item, but then later on he struggles in all the ways that a lot of strength melee cores struggle.
I think it kind of matches up with the Ursa's timing as well, though, usually, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
By then, Ursa's got a Basher, maybe has a Blink or he's completed the Abyssal, so he can join you and find pickoffs.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I always look at Ursa now, ever since talents got introduced, as this hero with very weird kind of power spikes. It used to be that you had to assert dominance early or the hero was irrelevant, whereas once you get to level 20, now with the Fury Swipes damage or the Enrage duration, you can kind of get another big power spike that makes you relevant again. AP. Good. They've got the RP coming off cooldown, so this is the perfect time to do this, and he has got the Guardian Angel, but they'll commit the RP for the kill. That's a big one as well. He is wasting their time though. Taking a little longer than expected. The final clap will come out, and Matumba Man gets the kill.
Man, Nisha is getting so active. I thought really that with the build he was just going to be hitting jungle creeps the whole time, but he's found 2 different kills with 2 different RPs. He's also taken out that mid tier 1 tower. He's having an absolutely phenomenal game so far.
Most definitely. The Echo Sabia allows him to get active. I like to see that instead of just rushing the Ags, right? Like there's certain heroes that you just kind of see that value over getting those kill type items before getting the farm item. It's a bit like people who build phase boots before completing the Midas.
Yeah, and you need the mana regen now, I think, as well. After they've changed the Ags so that it doesn't give you a free skewer, it's only a 40 mana skewer. You do need that little bit of extra mana regen, and Echo Saber just is it makes a lot of sense on Magnus. Probably one of the best mana regen items you can go for. You're not going to buy like a Yule's or something like that.
No, and getting that Iron Talon allows them to just keep farming up quickly anyway.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, it's true. He's farming super fast. This is going to be an insanely quick eggs.
Smoke rotation. Looking for someone mid, considering there's no tower here. They know anyone that's dangling around this area is vulnerable.
They know where Gabby is. We're going to try and lead the blast.
Oh no, it was seen. Daytime. They will find someone else though. Sims was hanging around, tanks the gank. Even though Gabby didn't need it anymore.
Yeah, he just kind of walked in, didn't press any abilities.
It's like an okay then moment. Yeah, another thing that makes Train so good at the moment, that living armor. Even 1 point, just giving the extra armor against Roche, and they know what's going on. But if
They've already taken a lot of damage, though. Another Sleight of Fist coming through. Yeah, they can't just walk in like this.
They needed Nisha to tank from the start. That was the only way that works out. Speaking of which, Nisha's looking to fight right now, and Armel stuck in the overgrowth, but there's the use of the Heavenly Grace getting out straight away. Skew forward, won't flip. Zaya's almost dead. There's Purification Heal that was stolen. Ice Blast through, and they got him. Armel's down. KP in no man's land now. They're holding on to the RP. They don't need it just yet. Now that he's just put the supports, looks good, but Timamli and Ray still running. Kills them off quick enough that he shouldn't die. It looks like Morphling's going to bait himself in. Gabby, what are you doing here? They do get the kill, but it costs them 4 heroes for 1. Anisha, he's going to make it 5. KP, he thought he could hang around, drag back into his death as Mid-1 secures the 5th kill for Secret.
Huge miscalculation from Armel there. He went for the slight. He wanted to try and kill Zai. He had the Remnant out, but he only had 137 mana. And he popped the regen, but it instantly got cancelled. And so he comes out of that slide and just immediately dies. He's gonna try and clean up here a little bit.
He needs to be careful. He can actually die for this. Ice Blast, Cold Feet as well. They need more damage. Nice swap to get Puppy away to make sure the damage isn't there. It looks like Armel should be fine, or is he? Fate Bolt. One more hit will bring him down. He doesn't shatter. They couldn't get the final pummel out. And now Puppy needs to retreat. Black Fist will spawn him out. They look to heal up though. Throws out the Nature's Grasp and baits in March. All of a sudden, March may be the one in trouble. Jump in and doesn't even get the kill. Puppy stays alive.
Armel did not. I thought he had enough for the Searing Chains, but he didn't throw it out when he used that slight. So.
Well, I thought he might hang around to at least Sleight of Fist.
Yeah,
right?
cast like
that
one
was
more
the thing I was waiting for.
When Secret bombed all of their debuffs on Armel, and then instantly the Heavenly Grace came out from KP and kept him alive. It looked like a big turning point for that fight, but unfortunately couldn't quite keep it going after that. And that's Dota for you. You make one little mistake and you lose a big fight, and that can just completely change the trajectory of the rest of the game. And TNC, with the position that they're in, they can't afford to be making these mistakes. They're already pretty far behind.
KP's definitely trying to carry them back into this. Even manages to pop 1 neutral and get the Aquila for his core. His core will sit back and not look to aggress on Nimba Timmerman, who does have that 2 now active. So Armel might just start having to keep a Remnant behind him, just in case. But they have the lockdown to kill him before he can do Remnant out. If they get the lift, the follow-up, we'll just delete it. I lost in. There's the lift, overgrowth, and that's what we're talking about. The Guardian Angel will not buy him enough time. As he's in the Nature's Wrath too long, KP will run away, and in the meantime, Vengeful Spirit getting picked off solo by Nisha. Not even using the RP this time.
And they planned that so well. And even though the Morphling is farming, but TNC losing their big cores, Nisa's just doing whatever he wants on the map.
Well, they're going to try and interrupt him right now. He doesn't have an axe in time. It just arrived, so the skew is still on cooldown. So we'll just back away. If that arrived a few seconds later, though, he would have probably turned around. His Secret were rotating in from the primary jungle.
And I don't think TNC can take a full 5-on-5 anymore. And you can see that they're kind of avoiding it. I liked the move on top, trying to use their 2 strongest heroes to just buy time and delay, but of course losing Armel the way that they did makes it look like a much more questionable move. They really need to wait a while and get this Morphling online, but I'm not sure if they're going to have the time at the pace that Secret is playing.
Not KP, he's getting picked up like this. He seems to be key to everything, and Secret have had enough to let him free farm. No more, they say. They know the Morphling will not be ready for several more minutes, and Armel is struggling to stay in this game. And
Mid-1 takes the 60 damage on Rubik. That's there you go, that's some confidence.
That's telling.
Philosopher's Stone, nice.
By the way, Armel's in trouble. Ooh. Okay, they were charging the overgrowth there. His carry senses were tingling. He backs out just in the nick of time. 1 more second, and definitely an Ember would have been dead there. But now they're just pushing 2 lanes at once, but Timmerman's happy to sit here. Even though he doesn't have the Aegis, it's not a kill because of the Enrage. Meanwhile, Nisha cutting top, prepping for a push on the tier 2 there. The NC's map is getting pretty small. Morphling is doing the sensible thing, though. He's playing in the bot lane, where they've secured vision, so that he should be safe to farm down here. Although if he's not careful, Rubik gets found out. And in the meantime, Venge goes down the other side of the fight. But Timberman finds that solo kill. Armel now needs to retreat. They've got the overgrowth. Will connect. Nisha goes the other way, though. Didn't skew towards Armel. He wants KP. But Timberman's here to assist with that. Will he RP for it? He says, nope. Not worth the Heavenly Grace. Too tanky of an individual.
Is under attack.
And Armel's buying a lot of time here. This is time while Gabby farms and while he ensures that Secret cannot take another tower. However, they've had enough of this. They are rotating bot. They are dangling Zai, but no one wants to nibble. No one fancies taking the bait.
Secret with like a full swap. You can see the intent. They really just want to march all the way down this bottom lane. They know that TNC, Gabby's been hiding down here on their side of the map, so probably deward a little bit, take out this tier 1, and just make the bottom side that much more inaccessible for Gabby.
They're going mid, but Puppy is not a good target. Windlace, Roach, this is a speedy tree.
Radiant are scanning.
That drinking with his feet didn't slow him down too much, and there's a smoke movement coming in from Secret. They're looking for Gabby. They do. Slows him down, but wait for him through to make his escape. Timberman will be stopped in his track by the adaptive rank. But that's just space for Nietzsche to take the tier 1 bot.
Dire's bottom
And he might just push him for a tier 2 now.
I thought that Secret didn't have enough building damage, but turns out Magnus is just slapping buildings like nothing else.
No.
He's got 12k net worth.
A 3.5 strength gain hero with Empower? That don't be silly.
With a better Empower. Yeah.
This is true. It's only double the gains on a Magnus.
Dire's bottom tower.
I'm upset that they changed the description, because when it first came in, I think it said Magnetor. It did say Magnus. But alright, next hero being added is going to be like Magnus's lover, I guess.
A Magnetor clan.
Yep. Ursa. He's ready to fight here. The Ice Blast coming in looking good. But they're going to spread out the damage from the Earth Spirit. The RP thrown out to one. Omni Knight is stunned on the spot, but so is Nisha. Now moving in, trying to re-engage. March down to half HP, but Timberman needs to retreat away. And Nisha will give over the Aegis, but Gabby is extremely low. Has to get away quickly. They're still chasing with Timberman. It will turn around, bring one with him, though. And looks like Nisha will make his escape. A good fight from TNC, but they still lose 2. Secret, they could still push off the back of this. Sure, you lost Timberman. You've still got 4 heroes.
That was not the worst fight for TNC, gotta say. The fact that they managed to get out with only the 2 supports lost, and they popped the Aegis,
Dire's middle tower
did pretty well for themselves.
Yeah, especially when you consider that the RP was used, the overgrowth was thrown out as well. All in all, a good fight from TNC. Should repel Secret somewhat, and now they're looking to actually engage with Secret. Armel goes in pretty deep. Needs to respect the damage coming out. The Ice Blast thrown out, and Morphling baits himself inside, gets the kill before going down himself, and now KP. He's in a little bit deep. Nice chains coming out, the stun control looks good, but these 2 are tanky. And Tree, he's charging up the Meteor Hammer, will stun on the only one, and will then go down. Nisha activates the BKB though, goes into the Tims, clubs him down, kills him off, and we're seeing it all over again. The Magnus effect. Everyone around him is killed, and he's left to fight alone. But Ursa now here to assist. Skewer through, chasing on the KP. Armel will TP out successfully, but barely, as the Skewer was coming off cooldown. And Nisha will chase through. Nice kill on the by KP. Ursa is waiting, and they don't see the opportunity. Although they might if KP's not careful. Looks like he'll be fine though. He saved the Heavenly Grace to make sure he could debuff the Skewer slow.
KP's still just playing around there. I don't know if he really accomplished much, but it's like, oh yeah, they definitely don't have any detection here. I guess I can just play with my Glimmer Cape and be fine.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Bad fight from the perspective that they lose the Morphling, but it is looking okay for TNC that they're starting to hold their own a little bit more in these 5-on-5 engagements. And that was the 10-second Magnus BKB also being used. Though at the rate that Nisha is farming, he's probably going to stay relevant longer than some of the other Magnus games that we've watched in this event. He's already level 20, heading straight for the Daedalus.
Yeah, I think this is, it's fair to say that if he stuns KP at the start of the fight, there might not be a Guardian Angel to save the day.
They can kite him though, and they do have the Omni Knight to deal with like a potential big RP and stuff, so long as KP doesn't end up dying first.
That's the thing about this type of lineup. The weakness for TNC is that if you find the opening kill to Omni Knight, there's not really a way that they can do anything. Like, you maybe have a swap, but March is still only level 1 swap. so the range is pretty negligible.
Setting up for Armel down here.
Yes, overgrowth, jump in, Meteor Hammer being charged up as well, but the bash is already good enough. Meteor Hammer just ensures there's definitely a kill. All the while, Nisha top, pushing in as well, so the tier 2 will also fall up here to Secret. And the map is looking pretty naked for TNC right now, because that's going to be their final out tower falling.
Top tower has fallen.
I'm not feeling convinced by the idea that TNC have shown they know how to play against the Treant. I think they wanted to try letting it through, but the Treant just wreaked so much havoc in the tri-lane versus tri-lane, has enabled other stuff through the living armor, and now is making, like, the first pick hero from the enemy team is making your last pick hero feel like it's having a hard time playing the way that it wants to, and that just sucks. So
it's just kind of the awkward issue of Morphling in general at the moment, right? It's like this hero is slow to get online, and we already talked about this meta shifting towards more kind of a 5-man death pool by around the 20-minute mark. Something that Morphling doesn't usually get in support of unless he has a great start.
Morph is getting pretty big, though. Do have to... Secret, there's still this obstacle of actually closing out this game with the lineup that they do have. They can, of course, just maintain almost total map control. They've still got some tier 1s remaining. So on the one hand, they've got a ton of map control, but if this game swings, this 8k net worth lead is going to disappear in an instant, because TNC are going to take 2 tier 1s. They're going to maybe claim some bounties. So it's really still going to come down to the fights more than anything.
And to help that, Puppy almost has the Blink Dagger. We've seen how important that is to shut down the Ember, who almost has his BKB complete now.
Are TNC really going to get 3 bounties?
That's just gold. Who cares? Jump in. Nice blast, nice swap out. The stun comes down. Zai needs to retreat to the tree.
Oh, Marsh denied the bounty. Or did he?
It's like, okay, I know what I'm doing.
Maybe he didn't get it quite in time. I think Matumbo Man picked it up, but I saw the projectile flying at it.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, it was the right idea for sure.
Vitalized grab, Nisha. Looking on the KP, but decides against it. They did steal the Heavenly Grace. Not bad with a hero that is already pummeling through the enemy team pretty hard with his crits and his Empower.
Mid 1 has been super useful with Heavenly Grace and Purification steals. Yeah, it's definitely been like the silent MVP of some of these fights. And now he's got the blink, so game is getting even harder for Armel. They really need him to continue split pushing to buy more time and get the Morphling online with his follow-up item. I think he needs the BKB after the shotgun as well, but it is not easy for Armel to split push, and he's kind of the only one that can do it currently, or even remotely try. Tough situation to be in.
The awkward part is he can still die even with the BKB, right? Because if he gets caught with the overgrowth, Ursa can just delete him from the fight. Especially considering Ursa almost has 20, which he'll probably take the Fury Swipe damage to burst down heroes quicker.
And even if he gets, like, even once he gets the BKB, if he just gets blink lifted by the Rubik, Zai is gonna delete him instantly. Like, he's got the Grove Bow, he's got Spirit Vessel, he's got Ice Blast. Like,
speaking of Zai, he spotted a tree. KP was insanely deep in secret territory, and I'm sure he'll keep it a secret what he was doing here. As the team converge and find themselves a pretty easy kill.
Nisha wants his streak. Magnus has changed so much when you give him this like free mobility. Not free, of course you do have to pay quite a bit, but it's far better mobility than almost any other hero can pay for, right? 4-second cooldown, 1700 distance skewer.
You know, this wouldn't be like the most insane thing if it wasn't for the fact that a long while ago now, Blink Dagger got increased to 15 seconds, right? Like back when it was 12, you're like, the difference isn't insane. But now, compare it to any other hero, like, who can get close to that? Well, I guess Matumbo Man was mini Blink Dagger and Abyssal and mini Blink Dagger and Earthshock.
That's true. He's got his own little mobility tools. And Mag has full data.
But not every 4 seconds he does. And he's going for Satanic next. He's going to be nigh on unkillable, but the question will remain whether his team around him will stay that way as well, because that was the issue of the last fight. Luckily this time around when you fight next, Matumbo Man does have that Aegis.
And Gaby took the spider legs and just straight up sold his boots.
I blame him. I am a
I
big
guess-
Spider Legs fan.
Dire's
He's definitely the one keeping the spider legs then for the rest of the game. All right, so this
Right
is
now,
what it comes.
I was like, come on, bro. I could use these well. No.
This is what it comes down to. Can TNC hold this push? If they can hold against the Aegis, if they can hold against these new items, I think they can still win this game. But it's going to take some pretty crazy execution to really make this work.
Definitely going to be a big hold if they can pull it off. Cliff already expended due to the meteor hammer slapping into the tower, and all the cores are outside the base right now for TNC. If Puppy sees this, he has a blink dagger as well. Oh no, they could catch Armel. They can force it out of him. The left, he won't even get a chance to BKB. This race is gone. They find the kill and avenge under the tier 3 tower as well. The one that was, rather. The buybacks come out straight away, though. Nisha hit up by the Yules. The Timberman, ready to fight. Force March, cancel with TP in. Nisha just waiting. That Heavenly Grace hits so goddamn hard. How do you do a swap in? Looking on with Timberman, just shotgun him down straight away. Aegis has already gone, but Nisha hitting in, looking on the march. One more hit with doing the swap out just time. No, Aegis gets the kill. Now skewer back. Gabby says anything you can do, I can do better with the RP. Jumping Nisha. Big plays with Timberman now turning around, but there's the Guardian Angel to protect against the damage from BKB. Nisha gonna force them away with the skewer. Gabby far away from safety, but Timberman safe for him. The enrage won't last long enough. He will go down. Dead for 75 seconds. Nisha will retreat, but will leave behind his captors. Puppy sacrifices his life to ensure the rest can escape. However, Tim's still hunting. Will look the wrong way. Looks like Secret do only lose 2 for that. They didn't get the racks though.
Amazing split on that fight from TNC. This is more of what we want to see from TNC. They get the swap on the Ursa under the tier 4 towers as the roll is coming from the Earth Spirit. So they put the Ursa in a super compromising position, and at the exact same time, Armel is jumping into the backlines with his BKB, and he's pressuring Zai. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the kill because the overgrowth came out, and he couldn't chase it down just to finish it off. But still, given the situation that they were in, beautiful hold from TNC.
As you said, critical moment. If they could hold there, they could actually get out and do something. They're trying right now. There's going to be a move on to Gabby. They push him in the ice blast. Does wait for him away, but he can't look to go back in too hard here because Nisha is just pummeling through the back line. They will lose their own back line though. Secret, both supports going down. Or one of the supports, and of course the A as well. But Nisha, BKB again. You're away. Armel, one big hit would do it. He gets him. The crit as well. And KP, he needs to retreat. Force tough down to the low ground. But Nisha, he's got another skew. He's got cheese. There is no escape from the Magnus. Fear him. But he has the mightiest of horns. And the biggest of crits. Straight away, it's like, I'm just gonna eat the cheese. I need to skew him more, guys.
Yeah. Armel's BKB was off cooldown, but he just kind of got
He
stuck.
expected the crit. And then it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, I can't move quick enough anymore.
Well,
And Nisha, all the damage he does.
Dire's middle barracks fall.
great hold, but then TNC, I feel like not giving Secret quite enough respect as they go pushing, and now they're going to lose a lot. I don't think they can hold it at the Ember. So this might even be Megas at this point. They do have BKB on Gabby, but I don't think he can
Barracks has fallen.
1v5 this fight, basically. I guess they can wait for KP to respawn naturally.
Yeah, but it's going to definitely be a 5-on-4 engagement because Secret will not wait around. Perfect opportunity to try and close out the game, and they'll take it. They want those mega creeps, and TNC's lineup, they don't hold great against those mega creeps. Look at Tim's, he just got 15. He could finally have the damage to actually take out normal waves. Swap out, but it's already too late for March. He's going to go down in response. They will find Puppy. The buyback comes out from the captain of Secret. And Tim's getting low extremely fast here. He can't finish him off quick enough, though. Skewer, heartbeat, on it too. Ice Blast through gets him, and that should be enough to secure the game. TNC, 2 down on the deck. What have they got left in the chamber? Gabby has no buyback. The GG comes out. Game 1 going the way of Secret.
Dire's top barracks are under
Just a complete and utter masterclass of Secret of winning mid lane really hard, especially with that solo kill. The tri-lane versus tri-lane worked out fantastically. Didn't really feel like Earth Spirit ever found a foot